My name's Carell. I'm the 3D Resource Manager at Camberwell College of Art. That means that I kind of take care, handle the team, and deal with all the three-dimensional work that's undertaken within the college. Our basement facilities here are split into 3 rooms. We've got woodworking, plastics, and metalwork.
Okay, very tempting when you start chopping up wood is to mark everything first and then cut. Okay, good idea with timber, especially the timber you're going to be buying, is to make a cut, then measure it.
We've invested in some additional state-of-the-art equipment such as a laser cutter, new plasma cutter, and a large format panel saw, which have slotted into the resource very well.
Yeah.
I'm Philip White. I focus most of my attention in the workshops on the 4th floor, which are the plaster room and the foundry.
That will...
People are working with clay, plaster, traditional materials and processes using wax and rubber to make moulds for casting objects in a wide variety of materials. Casting was very much identified by the lost wax process, and in association with the foundry next door, these materials, wax, plaster, rubber, were used primarily in order to produce a metal casting. Here we have an example of a bronze which has gone through the lost wax process, been cast in metal. The investment material has been broken away, and we now have the object, a head, very heavy in spite of the fact that it's hollow, and the student is in the process of fettling, that is, getting rid of anything which he doesn't want. The runners and the risers, they've all been cut off, and eventually it'll be patinated to whatever degree of finish he wants. Right, go slowly. I introduced a small sand casting facility about 3 years ago. The sand which you see here, which is natural sand, dug out of the ground. I went up and bought about 10 bags of it about 3 years ago, and we're still using the same material. And it will go on and on and on, providing it's looked after and cared for. We use boxes, sand boxes, which we made. Sand casting can be done on a massive scale. Industrially, it has had a huge effect on the production of huge pieces of architecture and machinery. But here we use the same process, or a very similar process, but on a much smaller scale.